What is your dream? What motivates you? What brings a spark to your spirit? What are the desires and habits that we were programmed with since birth over time? Are these desires, traits, and habits of benefit or harm to the world and environment we live in? Are these questions and statements things that you hear the majority of the external world asking or abiding by? Vagabond, created by Takehiko Inoue, is a classic manga that really probes into the viewer's psyche and causes one to really personally reflect and relate to aspects of yourself that you might have slept on previously. The story depicts the journey and growth of a young Shinmen Takezo, better known as Miyamoto Musashi, in the warring times of the Sengoku-era Japan, as he seeks his dream of becoming the most powerful swordsman unrivaled under the sun. What's amazing about Vagabond is how it depicts and really breaks down the reality of the beastly nature of the world we live in. The author Takehiko does an amazing job at displaying and relating to humanity's carnal desires for violence and destruction in each chapter of the manga. That's of course entertaining, but what he does an even better job at is displaying the programmed negative energy and bloodlust within each and every one of us, while at the same time showing the other side of that spectrum. I thought it was beautiful how the main character Musashi went from being a completely animalistic prodigy at killing to becoming a more introspective warrior over time from his battles and interactions. I find the characters in the story like the monk Takuan very dope and introspective to observe. It was really interesting how he became a slight mentor to a degree for Miyamoto. I found it enlightening how his character brought focus to a different type of power or desire. Choosing love and inner peace in a world that is designed to mold you into hateful patterns and separation consciousness is a different type of strength. It's a rare type of strength to actively choose internal nirvana and peace over conquest and domination towards your fellow man or life form. I noticed that the most powerful and interesting enemies, opponents, or figures Miyamoto came across in the manga were just reflecting different degrees of oneness with their own internal universe. One of these characters was Sasaki Kojiro. Sasaki was easily one of the most unorthodox characters in the story that really brings you to the thought of what true innocence is and how much of our raw essence we lose as we grow in this material world. Is a baby or a child prejudiced? Did you have the same level of racism, speciesism, or personal prejudice you had as a child now? Is a child overthinking patterns or caught up in his or her mind? Nah, not really, right? Sasaki Kojiro was a deaf-mute legendary swordsman that is shown to rival Musashi at the pinnacle of his ability in a very powerful light. I think Takehiko Inoue wanted to show the connection between our physical senses and the traits we adopt and get programmed with as we develop into a world filled with positive and negative influences. As a deaf-mute, what happens naturally? Your other senses increase as compensation. How much of me is me versus the things that I was programmed with since birth, and how raw, truthful, and honest can I really be with myself in terms of expression and observation? I think that was an awesome idea expressed by the author and something truthfully worthy to strive towards. Overall, as you can probably tell, I think Vagabond is a truly masterpiece of a manga with its gorgeous detailed art and the introspective ideas it throws at you through its entirety. I recommend it to anyone that's a spiritual seeker of truth and enjoys a good gory action series. Boom.